I'm going to talk to you about worry. We all do it all the time to one degree or another. This is my little plant that sits out on the porch. It doesn't worry about anything. It just blooms for the joy of being. Now, why can't we be a little bit more like nature? As human beings, we have a mind, and our mind has a mind of its own. I think it's important to remember that. Our mind is like a problem-solving machine, and its job is to get us through life safe and happy. So to do that, it's always risk assessing everything. It's always screening things for potential danger, and it spends most of its time doing this. Our mind never stops thinking from the day we're born to the day we die, unless we are aware of what our mind is doing and we try to get some control of our mind. Now, we often don't realise that our mind is not us, that our mind is like a projection of us. It's maybe a projection of all our experiences in the past, all our worries about the future, all our rules that we live by, our insecurities, our dreams, our goals, our ambitions. There's a lot in our mind. It's a complex thing, but it isn't actually us. And we are the person inside the body that really wants to be in control, wants to be happy, wants to go through life and shine. So our mind is constantly an enemy at times when we worry, but really it's supposed to be our personal assistant. It's supposed to help us to get through life safe and happy. If you say to your mind, stop worrying, it's really not going to help, because it's just going to make your mind more stressed. It doesn't know how to stop worrying. If it did, it would. So try saying to your mind, don't think about a pink elephant for the next 30 seconds. All your mind will think about is a pink elephant, because the seeds have been planted and it can't forget. So telling your mind not to worry will just make it worry more. What can be helpful is if you give your mind permission to worry, recognize it as a worrying machine, and say to it, okay, if you want to worry, I'll give you permission to worry, but I'm going to make some rules around the worrying business. So we'll worry every day if you need to, but we'll keep it time bound. We'll worry for 20 minutes maybe, and that's enough to worry in one day. And what we'll do is we'll sit down, we'll take a pen, a piece of paper, a diary, maybe make a nice hot chocolate. Try and make it the best experience you can, because worrying is quite a negative experience. So sit down and say to your mind, okay, what is it you want to worry about? Let's do a list. And just brainstorm, write down all the things that your mind wants to worry about. And in asking your mind what it wants to worry about, sometimes it will pause and it will recognize that you're seeing it as a separate entity and that you're giving it its place. And even sometimes it will think, maybe the things I'm thinking about really don't warrant any worry. So get your mind to brainstorm a list of things that it wants to worry about. Put them in some sort of order of things that you can do something about, things that need sorted out, and then spend a little bit of time sorting out those problems. Now, when you've had your worry time, be very strict with yourself around times. Don't go over your time. When you've had your 20 minutes worry, just say to your mind, okay, that's it. That's the worrying done for today. We'll worry again tomorrow, and anything you want to worry about for the rest of the day, we'll put on the list for tomorrow. And so you find yourself something to do that is going to divert your mind away from worry. But your mind is like a naughty child. It will poke you all day long. It will say, now, you need to do this, you need to do that, you forgot to do this, why didn't you do this? Or does that thing need sorted out? There's this, there's the other thing. And all day long, it will want to constantly be poking you and telling you what to do. You have to recognise that you need to get control of that. The person needs to be in control, and the person needs to say to the mind, your job is to help me, and this is not helpful. Therefore, if you want to help me, let's be a little bit more constructive in the way we think. I can talk about thinking on another video, but really I just want to talk about worrying right now. So worrying is something that we all do. It's just a problem when it gets out of control and it takes over our life, and all we do is worry all the time. So retrain your mind not to worry. Teach it that its job is to assist you, not to control you. And give it the tools to help it do this. Give it a constructive worry time. Don't allow it to do destructive worry, which is to keep going over and over and over things that it can do nothing about, because it teaches it to get into bad habits. And all that will cause is for you to get anxious, maybe depressed, maybe not function very well. So you can gradually turn your mind around into thinking in a more constructive way about worry, and see it as a constructive thing and not as a destructive thing. And gradually your mind will get on board with this. It will see what you're trying to do, and it will experience the benefits of what's happening, that things are getting sorted out. You're worrying less about things you don't have to worry about, and it will be more happy. And so its job is done. Its job is to try and get you through life safe and happy. So try this, see if it works for you. It certainly does work for me. It's a simplified version of worrying, but I think it might help you. I'll talk to you again. Bye bye.